University of Washington researchers have invented a cell phone that requires no batteries, a major leap forward in moving beyond chargers, cords, and dying phones. Instead, the phone harvests the few microwatts of power it requires from either ambient radio signals or light. The team also made Skype calls using its battery-free phone, demonstrating that the prototype made of commercial off-the-shelf components can receive and transmit speech and communicate with a base station. The research team eliminated a power-hungry step in most modern cellular transmissions. That is, it eliminated the process of converting analog signals that convey sound into digital data that your phone can understand. This process consumes so much energy that's been impossible to design a phone that can rely on ambient power sources. Instead, the battery-free cell phone takes advantage of tiny vibrations in your phone's microphone or speaker that occur when a person is talking into a phone or listening to a call. An antenna connected to those components converts that motion into changes in standard analog radio signal emitted by a cellular base station. This process essentially encodes speech patterns in reflected radio signals in a way that uses almost no power. To transmit speech, the phone uses vibrations from the device's microphone to encode speech patterns in the reflected signals. To receive speech, it converts encoded radio signals into sound vibrations that are picked up by the phone's speaker. In the prototype device, the user presses a button to switch between these two transmitting and listening modes. Using off-the-shelf components on a printed circuit board, the team demonstrated that the prototype can perform basic phone functions, transmitting speech and data and receiving user input via buttons. Using Skype, researchers were able to receive incoming calls, dial out, and place callers on hold with the battery-free phone. The battery-free phone does still require a small amount of energy to perform some operations. The prototype has a power budget of 3.5 microwatts. The UW researchers demonstrated how to harvest this small amount of energy from two different sources. The battery-free phone prototype can operate on power gathered from ambient radio signals transmitted by a base station up to 31 feet away. Using power harvested from ambient light with a tiny solar cell roughly the size of a grain of rice, the device was able to communicate with a base station that was 50 feet away. Next, the research team plans to focus on improving the battery-free phone's operating range and encrypting conversations to make them secure. The team is also working to stream video over a battery-free cell phone and add a visual display feature to the phone using low-power E-Link screens.